There is nothing wrong with your television. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are now controlling the transmission. We control the horizontal and the vertical. We can deluge you with 1,000 channels or expand one single image to crystal clarity and beyond. We can shape your vision to anything our imagination can conceive. For the next hour, we will control all that you see and hear. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the deepest inner mind to the outer limits. Please stand by. In a society where devotion to one's family is frequently sacrificed on the altar of ambition, can the things we sacrifice ever be regained?
Step off the platform, Gideon. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Now, he'll do whatever I tell him to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gideon, my name is Jerry Miller, and I'd like to introduce you to my wife, Brooke, my son, and my daughter. Welcome to the Miller family.
What do you mean, welcome to the Miller family? What is this thing?
Honey, it's not a thing. It's a robot. I'll take care of everything, Mr. Wayburn. Well, I'd be happy to send it over this afternoon. All right, well, I've got to go. My wife's on the other line. Goodbye. Hi, Brooke. I'm fine. Of course I'll be home for dinner. See you later. I'm home.
You're not wearing a tie.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Let's bow our heads and give thanks. O Lord, we thank you for the food we are about to receive. We thank you for the food we are about to receive, and for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Help us to live each day in your image, and guide us on the path of righteousness. Amen.
Before allowing a machine to take over a part of your life, make sure that you know the true price you will be paying. Can the fate of mankind hinge on a single act? Or are we helpless to change our destiny?
Room isolated and sterile.
The answers to mankind's future problems can be found within, so long as there are those among us willing to make the sacrifice. Religious devotion can lead people away from temptation and evil. But is the path as clear if that devotion is blind?
Daniel, come quickly. It's bad.
Destroy us, please. We're trapped. We have to get out of here.
Steady yourself, Thomas. We are nothing without our faith.
Please, listen to me. Listen to me! Listen to me, please! Please, don't do this. Please. Oh, God, no, please don't. Please don't do this. No, 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 no. No, please. No. Ah. No.
A new life
Please.
through faith and service.
Faith and service.
When you blindly give up your free will to a higher authority, be sure you are not also giving up control of your ultimate destiny. The beauty of motherhood and the miracle of new life connects us to our humanity. Or does it?
What do you mean you did it already?
Surrogacy support group.
Good evening, ladies. I want you all to meet Debbie. Debbie will be joining your group from tonight on. This is Rebecca. She's one of our nurses. She runs the group.
Hi.
I think you'll see that...
The birth of a new life can be awesome and miraculous, unless it is at the expense of the human race itself.
Hi there.
It is said that those who survive a brush with death see the world anew. But what if that second chance became a second life? Few of us have the opportunity to truly begin again, to redress the flaws that tarnish our souls. But only when we remake ourselves can we remake the world. When we are able to instill a machine with human emotions, will we then instill it with a soul?
I guess you learned the secret, Mona Lisa. You're smart enough to kill. You're smart enough to know that killing is wrong.
When our machines are smart enough to be as destructive as a human, perhaps they will also love like one as well. God is said to have reached into the firmament and made humankind in his own image. But whose image will be mirrored when we gain the same awesome power?
Various stations during the operation.
Of course. Of course.
Of course, what?
Hey, it wasn't that funny.
What, that look on your face when you wiped out?
Glad I could entertain.
I always wanted to ski the Alps, and now I know why.
Well, don't get too comfortable. Remember, we're due back at the lab on Wednesday.
You mean you two are going back?
I'm sorry, he didn't mean to sound insensitive.
That's okay. Somehow now I can live with it.
Here you go, sweetie.
A toast.
Science. To science.
The desire to be an individual is one of humankind's deepest longings, surpassed only by the will to survive. We believe that human advancement should be attained at almost any cost. But what if that ultimate payment is one's soul?
You will meet Carson.
Willa Carson, actually. Hi.
Michael Burr.
Wow. It's definitely easier the second time. Michael, isn't it?
Excuse me?
It's me, Kamala. You were my jump supervisor 2 years ago, weren't you? You were very kind to me.
I'm sorry, that was somebody else.
As we pursue technological advancement, we should be careful not to abandon our humanity in the process. The desire to barter and acquire is as deep as any part of human nature. But what happens to values when one barters with a being whose nature is not human at all?
Oh, Andy, he's amazing.
It's so real.
Everything looks great, Gabby.
All of us have lessons to learn from time to time.
Thank you.
The pursuit of material things is ultimately pointless if one loses the things that are truly valuable to the human spirit. Tragedy touches many lives, seemingly without reason. But is there a hidden purpose that lies beneath our apparently random fates?
URS-28 was born Sasha Vidimsky, Belarus, Russia, 1987.
You have a good day, ma'am.
Thanks. I already did.
Despite our ever more sophisticated technology, sometimes an open mind and a caring heart are more important tools to fathom our reality, all the way from its deepest inner reaches to its most distant outer limits. Are we affected only by our outward experience, or are there other worlds that affect us? Hidden worlds that exist in the heart and in the blood.
Not bad, Jim. Still warm.
We thought Houston only had good barbecue.
We are shaped by our experience, both within and without, present and past, and we pass those experiences on in our blood, giving birth to new generations, and sometimes new worlds. Has humankind risen to the top of the evolutionary ladder because of its monogamous nature? Or in spite of it?
Yeah, home sweet home.
You know, you guys could just live together and forget the whole getting married.
Commitment and loyalty are not stuffy issues of the past, but are enduring qualities that raise us above creatures that procreate without compassion or discretion. Heartfelt regret can sometimes serve as compensation for past misdeeds. But what happens when dark secrets resurface unexpectedly? to claim their due.
But they've not been able to prevent the closure of many of our country roads.
Hey, Rachel. Pray for the dead. And the dead will pray for you. See you around.
If we are unwilling to heed our conscience, our worst moral judgments will inevitably come back to haunt us. The human mind has been compared to a house, its rooms filled with memories, ideas, and dreams. Rooms which remain essentially locked and inaccessible. But what if we could make a master key?
500 years ago, if you were mentally ill, they thought you were possessed by demons. What was the treatment? A large piece of wood, some kindling, and a book of matches. Yeah, okay, we laugh now, but really, has our century gotten that much better?
You ready?
Yeah, it didn't take too long, right? Come on. The mall awaits.
Okay, my dad said I can't have anything that shows my stomach. But that's lame. He doesn't know what's up. I'm all about midriff. Gloves.
Just in case.
If we are going to delve into the true secrets of the human soul, we must be prepared to deal with the demons that reside there. It is said, the moving finger of fate, having written, is indelible. But what if destiny's trail could be erased and etched anew?
Tea?
Will I be able to see her again?
Perhaps. One never knows what time will bring.
As our scientific knowledge expands, so do the borders of our explorations, ultimately moving beyond the bounds of 3 dimensions. When a heart has been turned cold by anger and grief, can patterns of destructive behavior be averted? Or are they predestined?
We're screwed.
What'd you say?
Let's face it, we're stuck here.
Yeah, but where's here?
Looks like school to me.
Yeah, it looks like school. What is it?
We're not stuck here. There has to be a way out. Keep trying.
Cody, something I can do for you?
In an ever more complex and dangerous world, vigilance and guidance is needed for those most vulnerable to its cruelties. Our children. As humanity spreads to the stars, we will take with us our values and our laws. But how will those laws and moral judgments apply to creatures and cultures alien to our own?
Why would I want to kill the Hmong? It's an obvious frame.
So if it is, it'll come out in court.
You think I did it?
It would be against regulations for Judge Finch to comment on that pre-hearing.
She's right. But off the record, I wouldn't have a drink with a murderer if I was dying of thirst and it was the last beer in the galaxy.
Buy you beer.
Thought you never asked.
Hey, wait a minute. I know what you just did. Judge Finch.
Only by cutting through the darkness of ignorance and prejudice can we achieve true justice. Our desire to exceed our own limitations can be a positive drive for self-improvement, or a siren calling us to self-destruction.
What happened to you?
I fell. Don't.
Take it easy.
The values we instill in our children are those within ourselves. We should make sure they are the values we want them to live by and die by. When we awaken an intellect within our machines, will we enter a new enlightened age or a much darker one?
Hey, you. Now I've been getting a lot of grief.
You can't fight evolution.
In trying to create machines that think, we should take care that we don't end up creating a new race that will supplant our own. They say you are the sum of your experiences. But what happens when an event from your past prevents you from defining your future?
Good day at work, Mom?
Sorry. Starvation, anxiety, need a sandwich.
I came to school to pick you up.
I just didn't know.
Nothing bad. No. Tammy, you're beautiful. Let's go home.
Fear can be a powerful and driving emotion, but it is no match for the love between mother and child. We believe ourselves to be an essentially noble race, but would that same assessment be made from a truly objective view?
Everyone in C Chamber's dead. There's only dumb luck the blast missed the terraforming equipment.
Luck, 4 of my men are dead.
We have the capacity for great good or great evil. The path of our future is ours to decide. It is said we are judged not by our words, but by our deeds. And yet, how many of us are ready to stand up to such scrutiny?
How long we been here?
About an hour.
Our choices define us, and sometimes doom us.